This is my 6th year coming to NTC, and the first year when I came there were 1 or 2 other representatives of Jewish organizations that I met just by accident. And I realized very quickly that the expertise and the experience at this conference was a gold mine. And the kind of things that I was trying to help Jewish communal leaders learn and understand and do was already happening here.
I love coming to NTC because the entire nonprofit technology community is here. And as a nonprofit technology groupie, that is just gravy.
I come to the Nonprofit Technology Conference because there are so many amazing people here, and everyone's a little bit nerdy, and everybody is just so willing to share their knowledge about social media, about strategy, about communications, about all the things in their secret toolbox.
Coming into a space like this with 1,700 people, the access that you have to like the rock stars of social change and technology and social media. You can just walk up to anybody and say hi and introduce yourself, and they're interested in your story.
I'm at the Nonprofit Technology Conference this year because I find that it's a group of nerdy do-gooders, and they're my people.
There's a lot of what I would call humble experts here. People who are so good at what they do and so smart, and they are so ready to share that with you, not from a pedestal, but from a right at eye level with you, right where you need to be to help you understand how those technologies can work for you.
Every year we have what we call an NTC Jews session. It's an affinity group for Jewish professionals and those who work with Jewish organizations who come to the Nonprofit Technology Conference. It's a really great way to build the social connections and the network, and those relationships last throughout the year. We now have a Facebook group. We use our hashtag throughout the year as well to stay connected, to ask questions of each other, to collectively problem solve and share what we have already.
I've been to, I think this was my 3rd NTC Jews meetup. And I think what was interesting this year, the format was much more conversational, much more group discussion as opposed to presentations. And I think what was good about that was that there were a lot of issues surfaced that people were struggling with, and also solutions that others could try. And it was much more informal, and so I think that was a really nice thing. And it seemed like a lot of people hadn't met each other before, so they were really excited to get a chance. They didn't know their organizations even existed.
So I see a lot of organizations who are just at this moment, maybe it's been around for a long time, but I've been hearing it a lot, where they just feel like stuck and not sure. They're worried that if they communicate too much to one side, they're going to lose the other. So that's a challenge I'm hearing and seeing a lot.
So it's about how can you facilitate a personalized experience on a mass scale that is really going to make people resonate. It's not easy, of course.
How can we start to use like micro-targeted dynamic content, CRM, like Amazon type personalized recommendations, and not have to do this all by hand?
I grew up having the internet pretty much my whole life that I can remember. So when I go on Facebook or something, that really is a social space to me, I think more so than the older generation. And I know, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, I can speak for myself and my friends. We don't like when we know we're being targeted.
But we're not giving any value to our people, so once they got that value, they're going to come back to us to get that value. So you can start nurturing your people, what's known as nurturing. So instead of saying, hey, give us money, you're going to like give them some sort of value, so then when you do ask them for money 10 years from now, they're going to, be more willing to give you that money. So just think about giving them value rather than, hey, come to this event tonight.
So like literally organizing the Jewish community online and making it searchable. That's really it's really just a big question.
It's extremely important for those folks that are working in the technological world to have professional growth opportunities. And it just doesn't have to be in the Jewish world, because you're expanding outside of the realm that you're usually in. So going to conferences such as N10 or South by Southwest really gives us an opportunity to expand our horizon and bring back something that we may not have learned beforehand.
The Jewish professionals that come to this conference are really pioneers in their field, but it's an emerging field. This is not necessarily a norm in the Jewish community. So the opportunity to bring those people together, to feel like they have peers and that they are a field that is recognized and honored, really is quite powerful.